Hello everyone, my name is Sergio Flores and I'm here to talk to all of you about a very serious situation of how the police, the so-called fighters for justice, abuse their power to physically and mentally abuse the freedom of black citizens. From my intro, as I was reading the book Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates, it helped me realize the hard life many black citizens have here in the United States, all starting with the word racism. Not only does it influence people such as the police, resulting in excessive violence towards black men and women, but it also forces the citizens to think twice before going out into the streets out of fear. Along the way, some of the questions I will be mainly focusing on and answering are: what is the discussion involving police violence and the black male in the United States? What are the circumstances surrounding the deaths of Eric Garner, Prince Jones, and Mike Brown? And what did Quote say in Between the World and Me about this phenomenon? Streets are a necessity to everyone since it is how a person can get from one place to another, but to black citizens it is a dangerous journey which not many come back from. Eric Garner was arrested due to suspicion in selling cigarettes without tax stamps. He did not defend himself when the police tried to arrest him, and he simply gave himself in. But the police did not even bother to even care for that at all. So they tackled and headlocked him for over 20 seconds, which inevitably led to his death due to suffocation. This leads to some groups to bring justice into their own hands, but this does not always mean violence is necessary, since even after the death of Mike Brown, who was shot for no apparent reason by a cop, the citizens simply wanted justice by showing their despair to this unfair situation. Ta-Nehisi Coates is the author of the best-selling book Between the World and Me, where he writes in the form of a letter for his adolescent son to help him along the rough journey that awaits him in the so-called safe America. Oh my God. In the cover of the book, he wrote, "This is your country. This is your world. This is your body, and you must find a way to live within all of it." For my understanding, when he said that, we have a right to have a free life and with our own bodies, but without fear. But unfortunately, over time, this is all being taken away by the police, the ones who are supposed to be protecting that right we all have when we are born, resulting to having their bodies taken away. Here we can see that Ryan Giroux, a 41-year-old ex-con, he skinhead, armed, dangerous, murder 1, injured 5, taken with a stun gun, and arrested. But time he arrives, he was 12, no record of injured, no one, playing with a toy gun, shot and killed by police 2 seconds after arriving at the park he was playing in. Police say justice is served equally, but here it clearly shows there is not the case. Even Prince Jones was a victim of this corrupted system by being shot by the police officer who thought he was trying to run him over, killing Prince Jones in the process. Here, this is a visual evidence of how serious police brutality is against black. Here I'm about to show you all a short clip documented by New York Times. Oh, damn, I need to put the police. 118.
Then Clark drops to his hands and knees. They continue to fire.
5-7 shots fired. Stay down. Show me your hands! See your hands!
2 minutes and 50 seconds later, the officers try to communicate with Clark.
Hey! Can you hear us? Police department, can you hear us?
We need to know if you're okay. We need to get you medics, but we can't go over there and get you help unless we know you don't have the weapon.
5 minutes after the last bullet, they go check on him.
If one of you guys want to go hands, cover him.
There was a cell phone next to Clark's body. No guns were found. Officers involved have been put on paid leave as district and city attorneys investigate.
Everyone has a family, and even though the people treat blacks with cruelty, they will never know who they actually were. In this interview by CNN, they see what the brother of Stephen Clark, the man shot for no valid reason, had to say of how and who really was Stephen Clark.
Tell me about your brother, Stevante.
He was hilarious. He was like, he was a hustler. He had to go get it by any means necessary. You know what I mean? He loved his children. He was a great father. That's why I got this GoFundMe down there. For his children, he loved his mother. He loved them babies. He loved his grandmother. He was great, And, he just loved. He loved. And people are trying to just destroy and discredit him for the father he was. And he was just a great, perfect being. He was a perfect father. The kids loved him. They loved him.
So
loved him.
There have been rallies and protests.
The reason why black people don't rely on authorities to help them is because the same authority is the cause of all their problems, or should I say the majority. Yet, none of them seem to get the punish they deserve. The cops responsible for the deaths of Eric Garner, Mike Brown, Prince Jones were not arrested. In fact, they were simply walked free along the streets and they were just charged with just simple fines, and that's it. Even after all this, I still feel like there are many unanswered questions. And I will leave here the ones that I feel like are the most important ones for those who would like to continue with the research. Here I have a timeline question of how has the violence towards black people in the United States changed over time? Reflection. How will one know how to seek out a solution? And form. Which factors created this hate towards black men and women? Oh, yeah? No, todavía no. Okay. After reading the questions, I noticed that anybody can actually answer them. The only thing here is whether one actually wants to bring change or not. Thank you all for your time and your patience and for listening to my presentation. I hope all of you had a wonderful time listening and enjoying it as I enjoy it too. Thank you all and have a nice day.